Hey Dotty, how are you? Yeah, I've got a surprise for you. Hi everyone, how you going? So I'm going to do something now which I never thought I would do, but there's a very good reason for it. And these horses are going to be a bit confused, but then it's going to make their day. They've run over, which I think I'm going to let them out there to go in the front paddock, but I'm going to let them in here in just 1 minute in my bush paddock. Let me just do the fence up. Hey Shandy, you can come in here and text me home. So the reason for this is, first of all, let's just have a look at it. You can see how much the grass is growing. We haven't had horses in here, I don't actually know when, it's probably about 4 years, maybe 5 years. I've just let this regenerate. I was hoping to make a rainforest here, a bit ambitious. I don't know, I used to call it my rainforest paddock. It's just my regeneration paddock or something. But anyway, look, there's a huge amount of grass in here. And the problem is, Australia has no large herbivores anymore. I mean, the biggest would be a red kangaroo, which we don't get here. There are wallabies coming in here, little redneck wallabies. You know, the biggest one would probably just be thigh height on me. And they have been eating through here. I can see places where the grass is pushed down. But yeah, it's not in balance. It's not healthy the way it should be. It needs to have some herbivore action, or significant herbivore action, basically. Now, the reason why we don't have large herbivores is has been a very contentious question about whether Aboriginal people wiped them out or not. And as humanity spread around the globe, you know, it was just followed by mass extinctions of megafauna, and Australia was no different. And, you know, look, there's arguments both ways, but I do, and I think the evidence now is pretty clear about this, that it was caused by Aboriginal people when they first arrived in Australia, or not long after they arrived. And the reason for that is the megafauna that was here survived, and I might be wrong, but I think Tim Flannery says 26 climactic cycles of, you know, intense dry periods and, you know, more verdant or wet periods. They were adapted to survive dry periods in the Australian climate. And so it wasn't climate change that killed them. They survived many different examples of that. But it was more likely just what's described as an imperceptible change. So they were hunted at a fairly light level, and it, you know, took a few thousand years for them to go extinct in Australia. So it wasn't like a blitzkrieg thing. It wasn't anything that the Aboriginal people would have really been aware of in one lifetime. It just happened over a long period of time, and so consequently we don't have large megafauna here, large herbivores. So, you know, it's not, I mean, there is a fire risk here. That's one issue, but that's not actually my biggest issue. I can just see it's getting a little bit out of balance. It just needs a little bit of munching down, basically. So I'm going to put the horses in here, and these poor old horses have longingly looked in this paddock for a long time, and not been allowed in here, and they've just learned to accept that. So what could go wrong with putting them in here? So there's quite a few things, and I saw it just before. With their hooves, they won't be in here for long, but when we used to let them in here before I started regrowing it, they wore out some pretty big tracks, and even after 4 or 5 years you can still see the remains of one of them here. Yeah, that depression through there, that all used to be dirt, and that is still worn down, just through the centre there. That is still worn down now. They just go pretty well all the way up to the fence. Yeah, that just hasn't come back as quick as the other parts. But, okay, so they could wear some tracks, but they won't be in here for long. They could eat, this is what I'm most concerned about, they could eat plants that are valuable, or just trample them. That's my biggest concern, and we don't really have a lot of cages I can put around them. The kauri pines, there's one up there and one down there. I'm pretty concerned about them. There's a little brachiochiton, the pink one there. I don't know, there's a few plants in here which are pretty valuable. So, and of course that rare plant, the Bailey cypress pine, where that's got a cage around it. But you know, they're probably not going to be of interest to them. Over here in this paddock we had a Moreton Bay fig on a stump that got chewed down, and a couple of these picker bean palms, and I blame the horses, but maybe I was a bit rash in that. Jenny said they're very picky. They may well have been hares that did that. So, you know, they may not eat the stuff, they could trample it. Horses, of course, being herd animals, if they get separated, they freak out and then start galloping around trying to find each other. So they could do damage then. But yeah, it's just, you know, a bit thick, a bit overgrown. And look, the use of livestock in managing conservation spaces is quite a genuine thing. Like, you know, as long as it's not overdone. So the other thing too is the droppings, chances of weeds coming through. So that's a possibility as well. But we can clean up the droppings. So anyway, I'm going to go and make their day now. They have no idea. I'll just see if I can bring them over here. Shandy! Shandy! And let him in. Come on, Shandy! And you know, they'll probably been here for a few days. Maybe we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes. Shandy, come here. In fact, if I fiddle with this gate, come here. They'll think I'll come now because they think I'm going to let them out through there. Come on. And the little white one over there will follow. Shandy, come here, come on. Come here. The horse on the left, Shandy, has the sweetest temperament. The one on the right, Dotty, is a little bit more, a little bit more attitude. You need to come down here. Hey, here are you going? Why don't you come over here? Come here, Shandy, come here, come on. Let's go, come on, come on. Hey, stop, come here. Come here, Shandy, come on, come on. Come on, that's it, good girl. Come on. Come here, come on. Behold the promised land. Look at that. Just don't eat anything important, okay? Come on, Sapphy. That's the little white one, Sapphire. Sandy and Sapphire were both rescues. Sapphire's a bit cautious about people, Sandy's not. See, they can't believe I'm opening this. There you go, they stop there. They never go down to that gate. There, check that out. Be gentle, okay? Oh, man. I hope they don't do anything bad. That's a lovely green grass around there. Yeah, stick to the paths, alright? And here's the little one. She's not as friendly because she was abused by someone. We got her from the people who rescued her, and she's still a bit wary about people. You're going to love it in there, Sapphire. You want to say hello? Sapphy? No, let's just go in there. Ah, man, this better work out alright. God. Well, that's interesting. They're actually staying on the paths that I've cut in there. Well, there's plenty to eat to the sides of those paths. No, there we go, Shandy's branching off. So anyway, we'll just monitor that, see how it goes, but hopefully this will work out for the best. Just knock some of the grass down a bit and keep on going. I mean, the aim here is to have this forested. That's the aim. This will take quite a few more years. And if you're wondering why these horses don't have long tails, we think it's because this one bites them. We cannot think of any other reason. But anyway, there they go. Alright, See how it goes. See ya. It's like all their Christmases have come at once. You happy, Shandy? She's been doing a bit of that. She's only been in there like 3 or 4 minutes and she came out, reared up on her back legs, circled around, went back in. Here we go again. Yeah, just don't trample everything. And I think she's happy. Huh.